Why we sabotage happiness when things finally start going right in love. Have you ever noticed that just when a relationship starts feeling safe, stable, and genuinely happy, something inside you begins to panic? You overthink simple conversations, question their intentions, pull away without a clear reason, or create problems where none exist. It feels confusing because this is exactly what you've always wanted. Yet instead of embracing it, you find yourself pushing it away. The truth is, many of us don't sabotage love because we want to be unhappy. We sabotage it because happiness feels unfamiliar. Our minds are wired to seek what's familiar, not necessarily what's healthy. If you've spent years chasing emotionally unavailable people, living through uncertainty, broken promises, or constant emotional highs and lows, your nervous system begins to mistake chaos for love. Then, when someone enters your life who communicates honestly, respects your boundaries, and chooses you consistently, your brain doesn't recognize it as safety. It mistakes that calm for boredom, and that stability for something that must be wrong. This is where self-sabotage quietly begins. You start looking for hidden meanings behind innocent words, expecting rejection even when there's no evidence of it. You convince yourself they're losing interest, that they're too good to be true, or that eventually they'll leave, so you decide to leave first. It's not because you don't want love. It's because being truly loved feels terrifying. Real intimacy means allowing someone to see the parts of yourself you've spent years hiding, your fears, insecurities, and emotional scars. It requires trusting that someone can know the real you and still choose to stay. For many people, that vulnerability feels far more dangerous than loneliness, because loneliness is at least familiar. We know how to survive it. The greatest irony is that the peace we've spent our entire lives searching for can feel uncomfortable when it finally arrives. We mistake emotional calm for a lack of chemistry because we've been conditioned to believe love must be dramatic to be real. But healthy love doesn't constantly keep you guessing. It doesn't make you earn affection or fight for attention. It brings consistency instead of confusion, trust instead of anxiety, and comfort instead of emotional exhaustion. The happiest relationships often feel quieter, not because the love is weaker, but because there's no longer a battle to be fought. So if you find yourself wanting to run when everything is finally going right, pause and ask yourself an important question. Am I protecting my heart from pain, or am I protecting my pain from healing? Sometimes the biggest risk isn't falling in love. It's allowing yourself to believe that this time you don't have to be afraid. The moment you stop confusing peace with boredom, and vulnerability with weakness, is the moment you stop sabotaging your own happiness and finally allow yourself to experience the kind of love you've always deserved.